Alright, I wanted to do a video on the tactics of the enemy because, quite honestly, they really don't do anything new. They use a lot of the same tactics across the board, and one of them is called the Delphi technique. You can look that up. The Delphi technique. How the Delphi technique works. Consistent use of this technique to control public participation in our political system is causing alarm among people who cherish the form of government established by founding fathers. Efforts in education and other areas have brought the emerging picture into focus. Alright. But, you can look it up. Basically, they hire a facilitator who's supposed to be, when the town gets angry about something, they'll call a meeting and they'll have a facilitator who is supposed to be neutral, but the facilitator is actually for the agenda. And what he will do is listen to the arguments and find out who the leaders are of the opposition, who the most well-spoken people are, and he'll just agitate them and try to get them angry and appear, disgruntled, basically, to discredit them. And to do that, they'll use tactics like minimalizing your arguments, telling you like, oh, I know it looks bad right now, but just let the system work and do its job, so that you'll be pacified and sit back while they screw you, basically. Or they'll use gaslighting techniques. Gaslighting is where I say I come in your house and you're watching TV and I'm a crook, and I come in, I'm a robber, and I come in right in front of you and I pick up your television and I start carrying it out the door, and you're like, hey, why are you stealing my television? And I turn around and I say, I'm not stealing your television, as I walk out the door with it. You see how that works? And you're like, no, you're really... And I'm like, no, I'm not stealing it. I'm not stealing it, as I make my way to the car. And then I say, I'm repairing it. I'm repairing your television. And I throw it in the back of my car and I jump in the driver's seat and I take off with it. Gaslighting is where you basically do something to somebody right in front of their face and then act as if you're not doing it in an attempt to make them feel like either A, they're crazy, or B, just doubt themselves long enough to let you get away with what it is you're doing. So there's gaslighting. Women are very good at gaslighting. They'll say something and then say, no, I didn't say that. Well, people in general do that, I guess, but women, I think, are very good at gaslighting. Basically doing something right in front of you and acting as if they're not. The liberals have their own little thing going on where they talk in that soft liberal voice, kind of like you would talk to your dog when you're taking him out back to shoot him, and you're like, oh, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay, and you pet that dog and you bring him out into the backyard, you know what I mean, and he's sitting there, and while you're petting him, you pull out your pistol and you put your pistol right to the back of his head, and it's okay, and then bang, That's the liberal technique. The liberal technique is to be like, oh, we're non-threatening. I'm wearing 2 different color socks, and I have skinny pants on, and a beard and glasses. Or I'm trendy. I'm a trendy girl. I'm a trendy social worker. Okay, and I'm totally harmless. I'm here to help. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole, everything's gonna be okay. Just work with us and tell us what's going on, and we're here to help you. Everything's okay. The liberals soothe you with that calm liberal voice right before they put one in you. So I think it's very important to understand these tactics so that you know when they're using you will know when you're debating somebody and they're using these tactics on you, telling you like, oh, statistics don't matter, that's your arguments are all, that's an opinion, and your arguments are, they'll say things to get you to explode into anger and then look like an idiot, and then they can deal with you harshly. Like say it was a town hall meeting, they get you to explode in anger. Now they can have the police come in and remove those people. Then they can play good guy with all the rest of the people who aren't too well spoken or who are for the agenda, and then the agenda goes through before anybody even knows what's going on. And that's how that works. So, when you just call them on their tactics. You say, you're not going to minimalize my arguments. You're not going to tell me that these statistics are bogus. What do you use then if you're not using, what I mean? You're not going to tell me these studies are bogus. You're not going to tell me having my rights violated is my opinion. No, I'm not going to go along with this. No, I'm not going to go along with this. I'm not going to consent to this and just let the process happen. I'm going to stop it right here, right now. You understand how you call them on the fraud, and no, I'm not going to be calmed down. I'm not going to be calm and work with you. You're going to get the fuck out of my business and shut the fuck up. Basically, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You're gonna shut up and get out of here, or I'm gonna use force against you. Things like that. These are the kinds of things. This is how you deal with those tactics and recognize them. So look those up. The Delphi technique, gaslighting, and the whole liberal thing. You can listen to NPR, National Public Radio, and get that. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helps people debate and just destroy the enemy.